Ohemaa Mercy, a renowned gospel artist in Ghana, recently went on an interview to promote her upcoming show, and she had this interesting thing to say about her marriage. Let's watch
Lord, want to tell me about what is going on around me. So when I heard it clearly, I took that bold step. Wow. And for me, I give God the glory because I'm divorced, yes. But this is the time I've seen the hand of God so strong on my life.
Okay, so according to Ohemaa Mercy, like you can hear, God himself spoke to her to go for a divorce. Now, Brother Sammy is throwing shots. Let's watch Brother Sammy on KofiTV.
Meba tosi she heard before. Meba Ohemaa Mercy afedie matewa si jaya ware. Oh. Adena bibia modi ko she Nyankopon. Nyankopon fa ware. Wo na abekwa akotimi.
Alright, so you have watched the two gospel musicians. So Ohemaa Mercy saying that she going to the mountains to pray for like 3 months, receiving God's very own direction before going in for the divorce. And you could see that the interviewer was even asking her, so was she the one that initiated the divorce? She said yes, and the husband also understood. Now, here is my take. Divorcing is fine. Staying in marriage is also fine. Being a gospel artist, being whoever, if you are in a marriage and it's not working out, you can walk out. We hear of a case of a gospel artist in a neighboring country, Nigeria, dying because she was advised severally to stay in an abusive marriage. Today she's dead and gone. She's in heaven, alright. But who is there to look after the children? Who is there to take care of the children? You understand? The family have lost a dear one. You understand? So there are rules of engagement in this life that we are in that has nothing to do with spirituality. So that is where I find Ohemaa Mercy's submissions a bit problematic. She went on to advise that when women are in marriage and they want to leave, they shouldn't look at man, but they should look at the spiritual aspect. God is not interested in anybody's marriage. Marriage is between two individuals, two human beings that wants to satisfy their fleshly desires, that go in for a partner that they feel is good for them to go on a lifetime journey. That is why there are steps to be taken. That is why the church has even put out regulations to follow before you go into the marriage or before they finally bless the marriage for you. This is where God's doing, God's giving you a husband or God giving you a wife, there wouldn't be the need for counseling and all that. God's selection or God's choice for you would always be perfect. You understand? Marriage is the man's very own institution. That is why it's failing all over the world. Like I said in my previous episodes, you understand? This has nothing to do with God. If I decide to marry tomorrow, I have to go and pray for it. I bring it to the house of God. They pray and bless it for me. So therefore, if I'm going into the marriage and I'm facing challenges, I wouldn't come and blame God, but myself, because I went in for that choice. Adam woke up and said, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. Those were not God's word. Those were his words. He chose to go after the woman. And then when the fall of man came, he went on to blame God that it's because of the woman you gave me. So if you are blaming God that because of the woman you gave me, I fell, do you think God will be interested in giving you a woman? Do you think God will be interested in anybody's marriage? Nobody knew God's plan. God was doing his creation. And after his creation, he brought in a man first. He didn't bring the two of them together. He brought a man, which is Adam, and later he saw the failures of Adam and decided to bring a better human being, that is the woman, to come and assist Adam. Look at it this way. It's like a land developer or an estate developer that goes to acquire a property somewhere or a land somewhere, and you build up a property. So after building up a property, you take a guy to go and stay in the property to be sort of like keeping an eye on the property for you. And after some time you visit the place, you see that the guy has deficiencies when it comes to, like, for example, cleaning the house and all those things, but there are other areas that he also does well, like for example protecting the property is able to, but keeping the property clean is not able to. And then you bring a lady to come and assist him to keep the place neat and order and keep the place in order. Then he goes to say he loves the girl, and then he gets the girl pregnant or he starts sleeping with the girl. That has nothing to do with the original plan of the landlord. So it is the decision of the guy and the lady to start doing what they are doing. So when the consequences come, they don't come and blame the land developer or the estate developer that, oh, it is the woman you brought me. That is wrong. Same applies to God. When you marry, it is your choice. If you want a divorce, it is your choice. The question was asked to Jesus that this woman has been married to 4 different brothers and finally she dies. In heaven, whose wife is she going to be? And Jesus said, in heaven there is nothing like marriage. We are going there individually and we are going to be judged individually. So therefore, if this man is causing you problem, you cut it off. If you are married to a husband and the husband is causing you to miss heaven, you cut it off. You all want to be away from God for any 3 months to give you no confirmation, because it's not God's business to give you confirmation of who to marry or who not to marry. Marriage has nothing to do with spirituality. Marriage is purely a physical engagement, just like we do business, just like we have instituted money for transactions. It's man's decision. It's man's way of life. It's our way of lifestyle. Just like death was not in the beginning of man at the beginning, and how you bury your dead is not God's business. Some bury their dead, then right after the person is pronounced dead. Some wait a while before you bury. It's not God's business. What God is interested in is living a life worth living a good life, and going to meet Him on the final day. So God is interested in is you living a life worthwhile, and then after here you go and live with God. And like I said, we are going there individually. We are not going with our husbands. We are not going with our life. So let us stop thinking that God is so much interested in our marriage. God is the one that will bring you the husband. God is the one that will bring you the wife. And when you have so many people are in abusive marriages, they don't want to live waiting to hear from God. God is not coming to answer that for you. It is your own choice. If you feel that your marriage is costing you too much, you need to leave the marriage. Do not wait for anybody's consent. You are the one in a relationship. You all want to die. If you want to die, you can die fine and go to heaven. But think about your children. Nobody will come and look after your children. You will cry for 1 week, 2 weeks, maybe a month or a year. You will be forgotten, and then that is it. So think about your life. If you are suffering in the marriage, leave. So there is no problem at all if a gospel musician in the name of Ohemaa Mercy is leaving her marriage. What I find problematic is when she says that she has to go and stay in Antoine Mountain or whatever mountain for 3 months. We see her with the confirmation from God. And that is what Brother Sammy is also saying, that it's funny that God didn't speak to her anyway. Maybe Brother Sammy is maybe to some truths that we don't know. But where I found Brother Sammy's submission is a bit problematic is when he says that women, after they become powerful, after they make money, they no longer need money in their life. So Ohemaa Mercy has made money. Ohemaa Mercy is not successful, so she's getting rid of the man, so she could be free, so she could be living her life and all that. That is a disagree with Brother Sammy. We cannot give those conclusions. There are a lot of women that are struggling in marriages. It's not because they are divorced. It's not because they've got money that they are asking for divorce. So that I disagree with Brother Sammy. But every other thing that Brother Sammy said concerning marriage and concerning satisfying a man in a home, I agree with Brother Sammy. If you marry and your husband is asking for this and that in bed, you all want to come and be saying you're a spiritual person, the same mouth that you use for this, the same mouth that you use to pray God, you don't use the same mouth to do this and that. That is what marriage is about. If you are not ready, you don't go into it. Not all will marry, not all will stay in marriage. I'm out. Peace.